So Stellar Lumens XLM having a bit of a pullback today. So let's talk about what's going on in this video. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and follow me on X as well if you are watching over there. I apologize, my lighting's a little bit off today. It seems that only one of my major lights want to work. So it doesn't matter. We're going to still continue on here and take a look at what's going on in the overall market. So we can see here what's going on right now. Inflation data has come in the United States. CPI annual was announced at about 2.7%, expected 2.6. CPI monthly announced 0.3, sorry, expected 0.3. Core consumer PCI annual was announced at 2.9, expected 3. Core CPI monthly announced at 0.2, expected 0.3. So these units are used to measure consumer purchasing trends, right? And changes in US inflation. So it just basically takes a value of how much people are purchasing, right? So if you're able to go out and buy things and you're spending more money and basically the value of the goods and services and such increases that is being sold throughout the country, then it means that you're not feeling inflation as much, right? So you have a little bit of extra money to go spend or what have you, and they monitor that and they value that greatly in terms of trying to gauge inflation. Now, inflation has increased for the first 2 months since January 2025, and the Fed has also indicated that it would hold off on interest rate cuts for a little while longer. So that is pretty much what is suppressing the market today. We can see that the overall crypto market is down in the last 24 hours, about 1.8%. Bitcoin has come down to about $117,000. It's crazy to say that. But we saw that thing pump up to about 122, 100, almost about that 123 mark yesterday, and now things are just kind of cooling off a little bit. What's going on really? Well, people are taking profits. Investors are locking in gains earned during the weekend rally in one of the largest profit realization events for Bitcoin this year. And you're probably wondering, why are you talking about Bitcoin and inflation when this is an XLM video? Well, this really matters because this is really what's driving the market, right? There's two reasons, in my opinion, why XLM is down today. One is because of inflation, and the other is because it's having a cool down. People are taking profits. We had a massive rally up, and right here it says that investors realized $3.5 billion in profits over the past 24 hours, and this article was 8 hours ago, so it's probably way more than that. Long-term holders are the biggest gainers from this. They have locked in about 56% of the total of volume that was sold, and profits were taken. So let's jump over and we're going to take a look at this because this matters as well. I'm going to blow this up a little bit for you as well here. So we're taking a look. This is the Stellar chart, right? So we see this thing massively going up from, down here, the 20 cent, 22 cent area. We just catapulted up into the 50s, up 128%. Okay, guys, like this is just in the matter of a week, a couple weeks. So these things have to cool down. We can't have this run massively like this without any kind of a correction, right? So people are taking profits, as you should, and make sure you guys do as well. If you're short-term trading this, if you're even mid-range trading this, long-term people kind of tend to buy and just hold. But if you're trading, like, taking profits is essential, because if you don't take profits, the price is going to keep dwindling down and down and down, and you're going to be like, oh well, I should have took profits when it was this high. Well, yeah, you could have, but if you're still in profit, there's no harm in taking profits. Profit is profit. A win is a win in my books. And sometimes you have to kind of stop holding out for the most value you can get out of a trade, and take the win, right? And that's probably my biggest advice to people. Non-financial advice, mind you, but don't let your emotions take over your trade, right? You gotta have some kind of what's the word am I looking for? Some kind of rules when you're trading. Make rules for yourself and stick to them. I know myself, when I go to the casino, and I know I'm talking casino, I know that's different. I'm gambling, I'm going to the casino, and gambling's not too far off from trading, right? I know you have your technical analysis and your tools like CF Algo here with the buy and sell alerts, but pretty much anything can go, right? And if you're going to the casino, I'm taking, X amount of dollars out and I'm saying, that's it. I go to a slot and I say, I'm putting in X amount of dollars into this one slot, and that's it. I cash out. Or I walk away. Whatever happens from there, I stick to my rules, because if I don't, I sit there and I'll feed all of my money into one machine, and it's like that's not the proper way to do things, in my opinion. That's my strategy, right? So you got to make sure you stick to your strategy, and that applies to trading, right? I'm going to go into a trade and I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to start taking profits when it hits this point. I'm going to take my profits, because if I don't and I continue to wait and wait and wait for the best price possible, sometimes it goes south and you don't get your funds back. You feel really bad about that trade, really down, and you're like, oh, I could have done this and I could have done that. Yes, you could have, but take your damn profits, and then you won't have to worry about, feeling that way, or and then emotions start to take over, right? And you might end up selling at a loss or what have you, and that's not the way we want to do things. So I know I got a little bit long-winded there, but I just wanted to share that with you guys. And if you are interested in my trading indicator here, tells you when to buy, when to sell. You can zoom in a little bit here. So we got like I said, this is 100 and some percent profit on this if you sold around the top here. We still don't have a sell alert, because it's only come down a little bit, and it's the indicator believes that it could continue rising, so it hasn't produced a sell alert yet. But this is what I use on TradingView. It helps. It alerts me. It tells TradingView, hey, there's a buy alert. Hey, there's a sell alert. And then I don't have to sit here and look at charts all day. If you're interested, go to cfalgo.com, and you can use my coupon code. It's intro10, and that will give you massive savings off the cost of the indicator every month. It does come with a 30-day money back guarantee. First 30 days, you decide it's not for you, completely fine. You can have a full refund on your purchase, your whole purchase price. But it is essential to have, TradingView. TradingView is the biggest platform when it comes to charting. You can take a look here. We can see, we've got stocks and futures and forex and crypto and bonds and options. All these good things here coming out of TradingView. It works on pretty much every chart, every time frame. You can zoom down here. You can use it. I use it on the 5 minute when I'm doing my day trading. I'll do about 5 minutes. When I'm doing like swing trading, I'm usually on like the hour, the 30 minute, the hour. And then I'm looking at my long-term trades. I look at the 4 hour a lot, because it gives me a really good picture. It gives me some really good data here. So it takes, each one of these candles is 4 hours. It gives you a ton of data. And like my indicator will analyze that and tell you if it thinks that a trend is going to continue or reverse. So that's pretty much what's going on here, guys. We've got, like I said, inflation is coming back into play. We're talking about inflation again. I know I hate it, but it is what it is. And then we also have profit taking. So that's what I got for you guys in this video so far today. If anything changes, I'll come back to you guys and bring you guys another video. But I have to go get my hair did. Getting a little long here, so I got to go get myself a little cut. So I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.